Now I'm going to blow everyone's mind with this slide. This is what we think we know. We think that muscles have defined and specific origins and insertions. Wrong. Muscles integrate within each other. There's no start, there's no end. If we were to try and separate one muscle from another, we'd have to cut through layers of fascia and layers of connective tissue and eventually separate that one muscle from the others. But what we forgot to do was see how that muscle functions as it relates to the other muscles. A little experiment that we can all do right now, if you're sitting up in your chair, take your arm, hold it straight out in front of you, move your arm out to the side through horizontal abduction, then flex your wrist. Essentially, that's going to stretch out your forearm muscles. It's going to stretch out your bicep. Now, as your wrist is flexed like that, bend your elbow. Did you feel the stretch go away on your forearm? You probably did, because the elbow is intrinsically located within the forearm. And if we had that arm out in front of us, we wouldn't be stretching the shoulder, which wouldn't stretch out the elbow, which wouldn't stretch out the wrist. So if we think of an individual muscle as having an origin and insertion that separates from everything else, we forget that the multitude of layers on top of it and below it also contribute. The muscle fiber is the only part of the motor unit that can undergo contraction. Nope. We're actually seeing a lot of research being done in fascia and connective tissue right now that shows that Ruffini and Pacini corpuscles, different types of joint receptors within the fibers, can actually cause contraction of the fascia, which makes that tight sensation a lot of people may complain about, even though the muscle, tendon, and tissue themselves may be completely lax or maybe completely flaccid almost. Sensory fibers are the Golgi tendon organ and the muscle spindle. Like I just talked about, there's also Ruffini and Pacini corpuscle. There's about 11 different types of joint receptor, of fascia receptor, of all these different things that regulate tension and pressure within the muscle tissue, within the connective tissue matrix. When we look at Golgi tendon organ and muscle spindle, what their main responsibilities are for is causing muscle contraction and causing muscle relaxation in a reflex mode. If there's too much pressure put on a muscle, it causes relaxation or contraction, depending on whether the muscle thinks it's going to rip or tear. So we also have to look at everything that causes that long-term tension. If we have a muscle that gets tight, no matter what we do, if we try and stretch it, if we try and strengthen it, it doesn't relax, then we might be trying to activate the wrong muscle fibers. We might be activating the Golgi tendon or the muscle spindle when that's not actually what needs to be activated.